Hello, Kelly School artists. I'm excited to share your fifth art assignment with you, and this is a really fun one. As you can see, this activity is titled Recreate a Work of Art. For this assignment, you will choose one famous, iconic work of art and recreate your own version of the art using objects, art materials, or people, or maybe even pets from inside your home. To make sure we understand the goal for this assignment, let's go over the learning target. The learning target says, I can create a work of art using objects, art materials, and or people from inside my home. In order to be successful and recreate a work of art, you will have to practice your artistic observation skills. So remember from our last assignment, to observe means to look closely and carefully at something. You will have to look very closely at the art you choose so that you can find similar items in your home to represent as many pieces from the original artwork as possible. There's plenty of room for creativity here, and I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with. Before we go over all the details of our success criteria checklist, let's take a look at a few samples of how other artists have created or recreated famous works of art from their homes. Okay, these creative artists use different objects from their homes that share similar shapes, sizes, colors, and textures to their chosen famous artwork. So if you look in the top left, we can see the famous painting of the Great Wave, and the artist recreated the Great Wave using socks, sheets, and even an ice tray. The artist looked closely at the colors and the bumpy texture of the original artwork and was able to draw connections to the original art by carefully placing and bunching the fabric. Okay. If we move over to the right, we see the artist paid really close attention to the colors and shapes of the items in the artwork and gathered similar colored and shaped items to represent what the original painting was. Okay, and right below, we see a loose interpretation of a sculptural piece of artwork. The artist's recreation here really focused on the colors and the shapes of the things that they saw. So you see the contrast between the dark and the light that you see, and it's, of course, not the same items. We're not expecting the same thing. We're expecting you to use your imagination for this. Okay, and this one over here to the left, you see that this artist recreated the work using all different pieces of food. I think those are little carrots up there. People are another very useful prop you may want to use in recreating subjects from a work of art. It's okay if the people you use do not look similar to the people in the artwork. Notice how the artist in the upper left corner did not have a big beard like the person from the painting, but they used small pieces of wood shavings, okay, to represent that beard. There will be a lot of improvising with this assignment, and that's okay. That's what we want. In fact, the more unusual your recreation is, the more proof there is that your creative brain is working hard. You can see in the bottom left that the woman did not have the birds to recreate the artwork. Okay, so instead, she focused more on the color of those birds and found objects in her house that represented that same color, so that from a distance, you can't even really tell. Okay, and if you look over to the right, another way you can improvise, right? You might not have the big hair that you need for the photo, but you can find objects in your home. So this person used toilet paper as the hair. Okay, and don't forget about your furry friends here. We can see that animals were used to represent people and other creatures in these recreations. Maybe you don't have enough people in your home to recreate the artwork that you want to, so feel free to use your pet instead. And maybe you don't have a pet, so what else might you be able to use? Think creatively here. Maybe a stuffed animal or a doll. Okay, the more creative, the better. All in all, what you need to do here is use as many props. Those props can be objects, they can be people, they can be pets. You want to use props to recreate that famous work of art. As you can see here, I just wanted to show you guys some options you have for this assignment. The original painting of Girl with a Pearl Earring, okay, there are many different recreations that you can see to the right. So maybe you guys want to use people as props. Okay, that could be something similar here. Maybe you use different props and objects or even food. We can see this hot dog version here. So there are a lot of different options for this assignment. Okay, if you want to use traditional drawing materials and recreate a piece of work, you are welcome to do that. Maybe you find little pieces of things around your house and do a sculpture. Again, maybe you can use a pet. This person did a recreation using tinfoil, so she just focused on the outline. However you want to recreate this piece of artwork is up to you. So there is a very long list here of different pictures that you guys can choose from for this artwork. If you find something that you like better online that you would like to recreate, just email or message that to me to approve it, and you guys can use that for the assignment instead. All right, before I send you guys off to start, let's look at our learning target one more time. I can recreate a work of art using objects, art materials, and or people or pets from inside my house. Okay, in order to be successful here, let's go over this checklist, and this is something you want to check off before you hand in your artwork. So number 1, pick an artwork to recreate. So you'll go back through this slide and you'll find a piece of artwork you want to use. Number 2, observe the artwork carefully and think about what things in your home could be used to represent the artwork. So again here, they looked really closely at the birds. They didn't have birds in their house, so they looked at the color. Maybe just focus on color or shape of some of the items. Okay. Number 3, gather all items that you need for your art. This might be people, pets, toys, anything from your house that you need. Number 4, recreate the artwork using your items. Okay, so set up your picture. Number 5, take the picture of your recreation. Okay, and last but not least, you want to post the picture of your artwork, and if you guys can, include the original artwork. Okay, save a picture of the original artwork and include that with your post so that we can look at them side by side. All right, I'm so excited to see you what you guys do with this assignment, because this really gives a lot of room for creativity. Think really broad here. Look at the details, see what you have in your house that looks anything similar. Remember, you don't have to look like the subject in the painting to recreate the painting. Okay, you can get super creative here. Have a great time with this assignment, guys.